everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make some DIY ornaments for the Christmas tree. For this first one, we're going to make a flocked Christmas ornament. You'll need a blank ornament, any one will do because we're going to paint over it, and some flocking powder. I picked mine up on Amazon. So first we're going to paint the entire ornament to match the same color as your flocking powder. For this one, I chose a brown flocking powder, so I'm painting it with a brown paint first. I ended up needing 2 coats of paint to cover this ornament. After the paint has dried, you cover it with Mod Podge and then start patting on the flocking powder. You'll have to make sure to gently press in the powder so that it doesn't flake off. I did this ornament in a couple different colors and just made sure my base color matched my flocking powder color for each one. For this next ornament, we're going to make a natural looking dried flower ornament. For this one, you'll need a clear ornament, plastic or glass, and some clippings of trees, flowers, whatever you might want to place inside. I started by creating a base inside my ornament, and I placed snippings of pine into my ornament. Then I started adding in pine cones and flowers until I was happy with the look of it. I painted the ornament cap with a mixture of antique gold rub and buff and black acrylic paint. And I finished this ornament off with some brown velvet ribbon. Next, we're going to make an ornament with a Mercury glass look to it. For this one, you'll need a clear ornament. I used a plastic one from the dollar store. I took it outside and I put a few spritzes of metallic spray paint in it. You could use a glass-like spray paint or just any metallic paint. I ended up using a silver metallic for one and a gold metallic for another. After you spritz the spray paint in, you roll it around so it coats the inside of the ornament, and then quickly after that, spritz in a mixture of half vinegar, half water. I ended up needing quite a few spritzes of the vinegar mixture to get the look I was going for. This is what really gives it that Mercury glass look. You can use a hairdryer in between coats of these items. I tried that for one and it didn't go so well with my plastic dollar store ornament, so for the rest I just let them air dry and they turned out great. So after I was happy with the look that the vinegar gave, I then took a darker color of acrylic paint and squirted it inside the ornament and rolled it around until it filled in all of those empty spaces that the vinegar created. I painted the ornament cap with some ribbon buff, strung it with another piece of brown velvet ribbon, and hung it from the tree. And that was it for this ornament. Next, I made an ornament with an aged stone look. For this one, you'll want an ornament with some texture on the outside of it. I picked a pack from the dollar store that had some lines and some bumpy edges, any kind of groove that the paint will really play off of. But a smooth ornament will work as well. For this one, I used a mixture of beige and gold acrylic paint and some baking soda. I used a ratio of half paint, half baking soda for this mixture. I painted that on and ended up needing a couple coats. I also painted over the ornament cap of this one so that it was all one color and looked like all one piece of stone. After that dries, use a rag or a paper towel, and I dabbed on some gold and beige paint around the edges. Then I tied on a string and it was ready to hang from the tree. last ornament, we're going to make an accordion folded paper ornament. For this one, I used a paper bag. You could use any kind of paper. I used a lid as a template for my circle shape and traced out about 20 circles. I cut them out and then folded each one in half. After I folded them in half, I opened it up, placed a single strip of glue down the center, and glued it shut. Once each circle was finished, I then started gluing them to each other. For this round, I used 2 strips of hot glue, a quarter of the way in on each side. Once they're all glued together in one big stack, you take a piece of string and glue it down the center of the ornament. Open it up like a fan and then glue the backs together. Just make sure when you're gluing each piece together not to put your glue too close to the edge, because then it'll be really hard to open in the end. Those are all the DIYs I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!